Hi, welcome to week 6. Today I am recording asynchronously. My partner and I are both going to do this because we had a little bit of a hard time getting our schedules to link up. So, first, I'm going to go ahead and start with going over my final things that I've already put on my project document. This was my planning document. So, as we went over chapters 11, 12, and 13, and we reviewed the concepts within the chapters, um, I have listed how I'm conducting formative evaluation. So I'm just going to come to my bookmark and come right over here to this area. Um, so basically my evaluation is considering students who completed gameplay. So my game primarily consists of learning activities so that my students can master the concepts of the oral cavity and different conditions in the oral cavity. So my students will have to complete the game prior to conducting a formative evaluation. So selecting learners, they're chosen based on their identified areas needed for improvement. So students who need improvement are going to be, I'll be recommending the game to them. Um, Prior to engaging in any gameplay, the students receive instruction on the mechanics of the game, and this is primarily what my course is designed to do. So the course I'm designing on Articulate 360 connects with the concept of explaining gameplay to my students. Assessments and questionnaires. Students are encouraged to voice any concerns or suggestions regarding the game and assessment. Um, I am, of course, going to continually improve the game by getting this feedback, as you would do with anything else. So, my plan in general, when it comes to making any edits or revising my materials, it'll be an ongoing process, just as it is with any type of project that you start or a game. Sometimes you have to make changes, you make upgrades, and that's what I intend on doing based on feedback. Um, as far as outcomes go, any areas for improvement will be determined by the assessment. When we're done taking, or when they're done with the game, I will, conduct an assessment by, of course, conducting my usually scheduled quizzes, and then we'll see how they fare with completing that. So I also have the next section. Basically, here I listed my evaluation rationale. Um, it's just outlining, how I design my interactive game, what the engagement and motivation is. I feel like it's really important to include some really exciting ways for students to learn. I don't think that age really makes a difference. I think all of us in general enjoy things that are fun and engaging. And no matter what age we are, usually we will enjoy learning more when there's a game involved. Even now in my age, I prefer things that are, exciting to learn. So I want to take a moment to go back, and I want to show you a little bit of my Articulate 360. So I've completed my course, and this course is how to navigate the Kingdom of Legends. The whole concept of the idea is it's really supposed to be a sort of a medieval times adventure for the students. And within the adventure, the students are going to encounter certain foes or enemies that are going to give them challenges, which really are things they need to work on in order to proceed with the game. So I have basically started it here. I'm going to start this course so I can show you. I have stayed with the medieval theme, so I've utilized Chat GTP to help me with the medieval language, if you will, because I don't really, I'm not the best at medieval language, but they did a great job of taking what I wanted to say and helping to interpret it, this way into what we would have said in medieval times. So basically, I'm explaining that, the student has to elect a knight. And down here, I have my knights. I was able to utilize Canva and their magic tools to create these really cool tooth knights. So I love Canva because it's one of my favorite tools to use in design because it's very versatile to me. I'm able to use Canva with different aspects, with different applications as far as Articulate 360, PowerPoint. You can throw it into different places. I can download whatever it is that I create, and I can embed these things into different areas. So that's one of the reasons I love Canva. I created a good amount of tooth knights with just different things in mind, and I narrowed it down to 8. And I really wanted it to be fair as far as I wanted 4, what would be considered 4 female characters, 4 male characters. I just wanted a good mix, of characters. I wanted it to be, like even gameplay here. So pretty much you can choose whatever you like, but I wanted to mix in my main character, which is Sir Dentarius. He's right down here. He's also part of gameplay. Of course, he had to be involved in it because he's one of the main ones that's in the beginning. So as we progress, I explained that we do have pre-game practice. This is the screen. Again, I utilized Canva to help create this and then transition over here to Articulate. But this shows the areas that the students are able to click on to practice prior to entering gameplay. As we progress, the students are going to be facing foes within the dark forest of Bacteria and Decay. And these are generally again, created by Canva AI magic tools. This is what I envisioned these creatures would look like. And I was able to, it's really nice to have my vision come to life. I enjoyed this part of the creation. The ultimate goal is to basically get through all of the creatures, and ultimately you make it to the castle. And I did put, upon triumphant completion thereof, thou shalt advance unto the majestic castle of the kingdom of legends. Therein thou shalt be bestowed with the golden molar crown, which is a symbol of thy mastery over all tasks in this noble quest. Thus thou shalt be hailed as a true legend. And that sort of tied up the end of this training session. And as you can see, I have the castle. I have my golden molar crown, which again, thank you Canva for this. As we go on, I have an assessment at the end, which it'll tell me, make sure that they actually were engaged with the lesson. How many characters can you choose from? And they'll, submit that. They will go on to the next question. How many categories can you practice before beginning the game? And they'll proceed to go on to the next. What is your goal in the game? Master your knowledge of the oral cavity, or master all oral cavity challenges and make it to the castle where you will be awarded with the golden molar crown. That's ultimately what they need to do. So that completes my lesson for, this is my project for um, Articulate 360. So I enjoyed using something different. Um, I want to go ahead and switch gears now, because while I was going over and showing you how I progressed and how I completed my project, we're going to move on to my partner's project. And I want to go over back to the discussion forums, and I'm going to head into week. I know for a fact we have that she has tools here in week 5 that I can review. And you may be wondering why we decided to continue on with the same partner. Miss Soto and I both, we are both colleagues. We both teach at the same program. And in order to strengthen our program, we felt it would be beneficial to us to help each other, or to stay as one another's partners, so that we can help make our our document stronger, just because we know what our goals are with this particular program. So that's one of the reasons we chose to stay together throughout this, because if we were to stray to a different partner, we might have gone off course a little bit. And while we appreciate your feedback, that was one of the reasons why we chose to stick together for this particular project. I did look at Angela's final project, and I really liked it. It was cool. I really wanted to, one of the things I liked about this project is she used different tools in order to click on the tooth anatomy. So she started off with explaining tooth anatomy. You're able to watch a video on tooth anatomy. But as we go on, she does explain like the anatomical crown, the clinical crown. She has a photo to show, what everything looks like. And then she even has interaction. So I love that. I really like that there's an interactive game. It explains as you flip the cards. When we continued, and this is one of my favorite parts, and this is something that you can do with Articulate 360 allows you to do this and embed this into your presentations. You can embed these, pictures, and you can click on the spots, and it'll explain exactly what, like the surface. This is the enamel. So the part that you're clicking on is going to explain a little bit more about that spot, which is, I really like that about this presentation. I thought it was really cool. And as we continue on, it does go on to more details. So I like this. Again, she has another tooth here where you can go into the dentin. It explains the dentin. So I thoroughly enjoyed going through this entire presentation. Again, throughout the presentation, one of the things I really liked is that, we continue to have interaction, and that keeps me engaged, because personally, I need to be engaged throughout the time that I'm, working on something or watching something. Not everybody likes to, sit and watch presentations. We need interaction. So this particular tooth had 2 spots. It had the apical foramen, and then you click here, there's a dental pulp. So that's really cute. I thought it was really cool. And we're really into teeth, obviously. So we just, I don't know, we really like this stuff. I like the picture she put here because it had the redness and showing that this particular patient is having pain. As we progress, she explains more about the periodontium, and then she has a quiz. So I just really overall, I can't say that I found anything negative about this presentation that I didn't like. We have been sharing ideas throughout the time that we went through game creation, and some of the things that we talked about were really engaging the students. So I think as we've progressed along, we did utilize the ideas that we shared with each other to come up with these, these final projects that we ultimately really were happy with. Um, I think overall, I would say that I'm quite happy with the final projects. I think that they both are similar in the sense that they are interactive, but I know that certain subjects within this particular field can be a little bit more daunting than others. So, anatomy of a tooth, sometimes, if you're in the classroom teaching students about the anatomy of a tooth, sometimes it can get a little boring for them. But I feel like this project that Angela created could really keep them engaged. I think that both of our ideas really sort of mesh together. They work together to help make the students stronger. So that's something we really liked overall. But I appreciate all of the input that each of you has taken the time to give us. Um, I have read all the input, and I'm very excited about it. I I don't always reply because I might sometimes forget to reply, but I am grateful that you all have taken the time to look at our projects, and thank you for watching. We appreciate your time and hope you have a great day.